Hi everyone, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing my top one in every category. I thought this was such a fun idea. Someone mentioned this idea on my Instagram when I asked you guys which videos you wanted to see, and I thought it was really fun but also challenging at the same time to really choose my top one in each category. But I also thought it was really fun and entertaining because you really get to see the makeup products that I'm just loving at the moment. But if you are new here, then hi, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you found it. I upload beauty videos every single week and I would love it if you subscribed. But for now, if you want to see my top one in every category, then please keep watching. So I'm just going to go through these in the order that I normally do my makeup, and I just wanted to point out that the products I'm going to be mentioning in this video are my current top favorites in each category, but it doesn't mean that they're like my all-time favorites or that I lied when I said I loved another product a little bit more in a previous video. They're just the ones that I'm currently enjoying, and makeup preferences can change over time. Sometimes I like a product and then the next month I like barely reach for it. So it's just my current favorites. These products are what I've been reaching for so much, and I'm excited to share them with you guys. So in the category primer, I wanted to share the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. If you watch my videos more often, you will know that this is in my project pan. I have been trying to use this up for I think 2 or 3 months now, not because I don't like it, but because I convinced myself that I needed to have this in my life and I want to get my money's worth out of it. Now this is such a nice product. I sometimes use it as a primer, but how I also like using this is actually mixing it in with a foundation to make more of like a glowy skin tint sort of look. So I will just take a little bit of foundation, add a few dots of this product, and it just makes everything more dewy, more fresh looking, less matte, and it just looks very nice on the skin and very fresh. So I feel like this is definitely one that is worth the hype. Before I got this, I was like, how can this product be worth the hype? You know, it's really quite expensive for like a glowy product, but it really makes a difference in my makeup. So that is why I really enjoy using this. So that is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops in the primer category. For foundation, I had quite a difficult time choosing between two favorites, so I just wanted to mention them both and then I'll share my top one. So the two I was starting with is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation, which has been a solid favorite in my collection for like a while. There was a small period where I wasn't using it, but for the most part, this has been my go-to foundation for the past years. I know some people find this very full coverage, which I think has to do with the fact that I don't have a lot of texture on my skin. I can take a little bit of this and it just makes everything super smooth, but it still looks super natural. Whereas I feel if you have texture on your skin, full coverage matte foundations can sometimes emphasize it a bit more, so then sometimes it's maybe better to go with a less full coverage foundation. But every time I tell someone what is on my face, they're always surprised that it is this full coverage of a foundation because I always make it look so natural. So I really enjoy this one. But one that has become more of like a recent favorite this year is actually this one from Bite Beauty. Now, despite Bite Beauty going out of business, this is what I'm going to be choosing for my top one. Mainly because I feel like the look I get on my skin with this is quite similar to the Charlotte Tilbury one, but it is a little bit less matte and a little bit less full coverage. So this is the Bite Beauty Change Maker Foundation, and this is a medium coverage foundation. Now for my skin type, a medium coverage foundation is pretty much all that I need. I don't need super full coverage because, like I said, I don't have a lot of texture on my skin. I have quite even skin, even if I say so myself. But this is just a beautiful foundation. It really applies on the skin beautifully and it really stays on the skin really well, even though this is not a matte foundation. So I have mine in the shade L20. I'm not sure if this is still available on the Bite Beauty website. I checked their website this morning for the lipstick and I think most of them are sold out, so I doubt whether they still have this on the website. I still just wanted to mention this because it is my current favorite foundation. But if you are looking for a new foundation and you don't have access to the Bite Beauty one anymore, then you know I also really enjoy the Charlotte Tilbury one. So that is the Bite Beauty Change Maker Foundation. For concealer, I actually do not have a favorite one at the moment. I'm still looking for the perfect concealer. So I had the Tarte Shape Tape for a while. I quite liked it, but it was a bit light and a bit too full coverage for my liking some days. Then I got the Rare Beauty concealer this year. The shade I got is quite too light as well. I can't apply the proper amount because then it looks way too light. So the one that I'm just using at the moment pretty much all the time is the Charlotte Tilbury the Retoucher concealer. Now again, I feel a little bit bad mentioning this because I don't think this is available anymore. I think these have been discontinued. There is a new Charlotte Tilbury concealer at the moment. I haven't bought that one, but I have seen some people try it out, and I would say it's definitely a little bit different from this one. This one I feel like is a pretty light coverage concealer. I'm wearing it today. I really enjoy wearing this. It just goes on the skin so smooth, and even though it doesn't have the most amount of coverage, I just love how natural it looks. Let me show you. There's what it looks like on my hand. I don't know how well you can see, but I'm really quite sad that they discontinued this because this is one that I do really enjoy using. I also love the little stick applicator. It's really easy to apply, and even though the cap does get a little bit messy, but this is just one that I really enjoy. I have mine in the shade One Fair. I will try to find it somewhere online and then have it linked down below if it's still available anywhere, but I believe it sold out and it discontinued, so that's a little bit sad. But if you have any concealer recommendations, definitely let me know, because preferably this would have a little bit more coverage. So I'm looking for like a medium coverage concealer that has like a lot of different shades, so I don't get a shade that's too light and also not too dark, because then again I also have the Dior concealer, which is this one, the Backstage, and I do quite like the formula. It's not my favorite one, but again the shade is just too dark for me. I don't like concealer that's too dark, but I also don't like concealer that's too light. So I'm still looking for the perfect concealer. I was looking at the Vieve concealer. I may be thinking that's the one I'm going to be buying, but let me know your thoughts on your favorite concealer. Moving on to setting powder. I also don't really have that much of a favorite in my collection. The setting powders that I have all have their pros and cons, but I feel like from the ones that I have, the one that I'm still enjoying the most is this one from Saie Beauty. So I know I mentioned this in a video about overhyped makeup products, and I don't necessarily meant that this is a bad powder. I just feel like for how people hype it up, I feel like it's just a pretty normal powder, but it is a nice powder. So this is called the Airset Radiance Loose Setting Powder, and I have mine in the shade Translucent. Now the main reason why I thought this wasn't worth the hype is because it only contains 4 grams, which really isn't a lot of powder, but as you can probably see when I just showed that, I still have quite a lot from this because I don't need that much to powder my face. I don't have super oily skin, but I mainly want to apply powder so my face doesn't feel tacky. I would say the finish of this is pretty similar to the Kosas one, but with this one I don't have to apply as much as I have to with the Kosas powder, so it's not tacky, if that makes sense. From the Kosas powder I have to apply a lot more, which is kind of annoying sometimes. This one I could just swipe on my face really quick and then it's nice and powdered. So I feel like from the powders I have in my collection, this one is my favorite, and I also think I just prefer loose powders. They're not as easy for traveling, but I just feel like they set my face a lot better than a pressed powder does. So again, if you have any powder recommendations, definitely let me know. Now the next category I want to talk about is liquid blush. Now in this video I'm going to be mentioning liquid blush, cream blush, and powder blush because I just love blush and I wanted to mention my favorites in every category. So for liquid blush, my favorite one at the moment is the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Dusk. This is the only Glossier Cloud Paint that I have. This is what it looks like, and I got this super recently when I went to London. But the reason why I love this liquid blush so much is because it's so easy to apply. Maybe it's more of a cream blush, but I consider it a liquid blush because it's quite thin. But the main reason why I love this so much is, first of all, look how natural of a shade that is, and second of all, this blends out so easily. If you ever struggle with a cream blush or a liquid blush not working for you and getting patchy, check out the Glossier blushes because these will blend out so easily. It's just the easiest blush that I have in my collection, which is why I love it so much. I've never messed this up. Even when I applied too much, I was still able to blend it out. It's so amazing. So the Glossier Cloud Paint, I highly recommend this. My favorite cream blush stick at the moment is this one from R.E.M. Beauty, and I wanted to put the category of cream stick blush in here as well because I wanted to share how much I love this product. So I picked this up in my recent London haul as well, and this is the R.E.M. Beauty cheek and lipstick in the shade Stage Mom. This shade is beautiful. It looks a little bit like the Glossier one. Like in hindsight, I should have probably gotten this in a different shade or the Glossier one, but I just liked both shades. But this is what that cheek and lipstick looks like, and I'm just going to blend it out for you. It just blended out like so simple, and this looks so beautiful on the face. I love wearing this. It's super creamy, super easy to blend out, so I definitely recommend this REM Beauty cheek and lipstick as well. I have not tried it on my lips, but I love it on the cheeks. So that is the shade Stage Mom from the Eclipse lip and cheek stick. So now let's move on to bronzer. I have both a powder bronzer and a cream bronzer to share with you guys, and I'm going to start off with the cream bronzer. This is probably not going to come as a surprise, but my favorite cream bronzer at the moment is the Charlotte Tilbury Sun Kissed Glow Bronzer. I have mine in the shade One Fair, which is the lightest shade, and this is what that bronzer looks like. As you can see, it's just a really gorgeous, cool toned, light bronzer shade, and this shows up on my skin really well actually. I feel like it's like the perfect undertone and shade for my skin tone, so I really enjoy wearing this. But my favorite powder bronzer of my collection is this one from Charlotte Tilbury as well, and this is the Airbrush bronzer. I have mine in shade 2 medium, and this has been a solid favorite in my collection. There is just so much product in here. Like every time I use this and I still haven't hit pan, I'm like surprised by how much product there is in here. It's really pretty bronzer. I use it a lot, and there was just a lot of product in here, so I feel like it's a really good value for money. So that is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer in the shade 2 medium. My favorite highlighter at the moment, even though I've owned this for only a short period of time as well, I had to go with the REM Beauty highlighter in the shade Miss Mercury. This I picked up because Kelly Gooch recommended this, and I saw it in person and it looked so beautiful. So this is what the REM Beauty highlighter in Miss Mercury looks like. It's a gorgeous sort of like champagne gold, but it has like a slight pink undertone to it, like a little bit peachy, and it's just the perfect highlighter tone for my liking. This you can build up quite intense. I'm currently wearing this a little bit more subtle, but it's just a beautiful highlighter. I love this so much, and Kelly Gooch was not wrong when she said that this was a really great highlighter. I really enjoy this, and I might want to pick up another shade. My favorite eyeshadow palette at the moment is this one from Vieve. This is the Vieve The Essentials palette. This is one amazing palette, you guys. I had to share this as my favorite because this really blew me away. This is what it looks like. Mainly the tones of this I just love. They're so perfect for every day. The mattes blend absolutely super easy, and they're just so beautiful on the lids. The shimmers I'm a little bit less of a fan of. They're nice, but they're not the best shimmers I've tried. They're not as like creamy. I like a very creamy shimmer. These are a little bit more dry, I would say, but they still show up. But the mattes are what makes this palette so worth it for me. It's just the perfect everyday palette. And I don't know why it took me so long to buy this, but this is one amazing eyeshadow palette, you guys. I highly recommend this as well. You can get it on Cult Beauty. I will have it linked down below or on the Vieve website, but this is a beautiful palette. I had to share this one. My current favorite brow pencil at the moment is this one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Lift. I know like last year or maybe the year before, my favorite was the Brow Cheat, which is like the slimmer pencil. I have it in my makeup bag downstairs. I still have that one and I'll use it occasionally, but this one I just like a little bit more, mainly because this is just a little bit larger. This is what the tip looks like. It has a little bit of like an angled applicator, and this is just a really nice formula. I usually just fill them in very messy, and then with the spoolie you're really able to brush them up and have them looking nice and fluffy. So this is one of my favorite brow products. I actually do not know which shade I have this in. The pencil itself is in taupe, but I've refilled this a few times already, and I can't remember if the last refill I bought was taupe or natural brown, but it's a super pretty brow product. My favorite brow gel, hands down, is the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Fix. I feel like brow gels are quite a boring category, but they're quite a necessary step in my makeup routine. This is one I have used up completely and repurchased, and we all know if I repurchase a makeup product, it must be really nice because I have quite a few makeup products. But this is just the clear brow gel from Charlotte Tilbury. I feel like this holds my brow hairs into place really well. It's not crunchy, so that is the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Fix. My favorite eyeliner, before I forget, is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk eyeliner. I haven't been wearing this a lot recently, but every time I wear this, I just love how it looks. I just watch it right there. So this is what that looks like. It's just a gorgeous sort of like a burgundy eye pencil. It's super creamy. It stays on the eyes really well. And I just feel like this makes any eye look like so much nicer. This is already the second one I have of this. I used up one pretty much completely until I wasn't able to sharpen it anymore. But when I use this up, I will probably repurchase it again because it's a beautiful eyeliner and I really enjoy wearing this. For mascara, I usually only try to keep about 2 mascaras open at a time because mascara just expires a bit quicker. I love the Tarte Maneater mascara and this one from Charlotte Tilbury pretty much equally. I don't have the best lashes, I say that in every single video, but my lashes are really straight and I feel like they're not super long either. Every mascara pretty much does the same for me. I've tried many different things, but this one I do like. It really separates the lashes really well. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push Up Lash. This is what the applicator looks like. It's quite interesting. It has a flat side and then a more like side with the bristles, and I feel like the side with the bristles makes it really easy to like comb out your lashes. So this is just a really nice mascara. I really enjoy wearing this. So the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes. And then we have arrived to almost the last products of this video, which are my lip combo. I have these two to share and then my setting spray, but my favorite lip liner is this one from Charlotte Tilbury as well, and this is in Iconic Nude. Now I feel like Iconic Nude is just a like lip liner that goes with so many different lipsticks. This is what it looks like. It's sort of like a cooler brown, but it's so pretty on the lips. I wear it as a lot. I'm actually not wearing this today, but I wear it pretty much on like a daily basis. It's just the perfect lip liner for me. And then my favorite lipstick also in my project pan. This is kind of hard to choose because I love so many different lipsticks with like different undertones. But if I would have to get rid of all my lipsticks except one, I think this is the one I would keep because this is just a really gorgeous light pink. It's Dance Floor Princess from Charlotte Tilbury, if I hadn't mentioned that. And this just goes with so many lip liners as well. This is what it looks like. It's a really natural like shade, perfect for every day, and I just feel like it looks so pretty on the lips every time I wear this. I almost used this up. I'm trying to use this up in my project pan to see how long it actually takes me to use up a lip product, and it takes quite a while to use up a lip product, but this is one I really enjoy, so I thought I would mention this as my favorite lipstick. And then I'm probably forgetting a category when I'm editing this video. I'll probably realize, but I think I showed every single category. But the last product I want to share is my favorite setting spray, which again is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. As you can see, this is a mini. I almost used this up. I was applying this morning and there was barely any product left in here, but I'm trying to use this one up for my project pen as well. Okay everyone, then these were all my top ones in every category. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. Let me know in the comment section some of your top ones in a few categories. You don't need to mention every single one, but I would love to know some of your current favorite makeup products. And if you did enjoy this video, then I would absolutely love it if you gave it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my videos. All of these things would help me so much with my channel and I'd really appreciate it. But with that said, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope you have an amazing day and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye!